Okay, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started with our digital demo for Comics Plus. We are also streaming live on YouTube and Facebook, where you can check us out in the future. And we've also got all of our virtual programs listed on our website, of which I'm going to share out in the chat right now. So if you ever have any questions for us, either during a demo or after a demo, please feel free to email us. You can email us at digitalservices@pgcmls.info, and we will be happy to get back to you and help you with whatever you need. So today we're going to demo a great resource. It's called ComicsPlus Library Edition, and it's really cool. It can be accessed from multiple devices. ComicsPlus gives you unlimited access to thousands of digital graphic novels and comic series. This service is accessible using a smartphone, tablet, or web browser, and can be downloaded to multiple devices with both Apple and Android apps available. So whether you're looking for your favorite cartoon characters, action-packed adventures, or superheroes, ComicsPlus has titles to suit every interest, whether you're into manga, the classics, or just enjoy the occasional cartoon. So before we get started with actually navigating the site, I want to show you how you can get to the site from pgcmls.info. So from our homepage, there are two ways to access our online resources. Actually, there are three ways to access our online resources. The most convenient way is to come down here into the support suite. The support suite is also just underneath of our virtual events. So if you come down here into our PGC MLS support suite and then come in here into digital suite, you'll be able to see some of our targeted online resources that we really hope you all can access. And we really hope that you all can access them easily. All right, so we're going to come in here into Comics Plus, and I've already got the page loaded. So the first question with every resource is, how difficult is it to log in? Do I have to create an account? Do I have to put my email address in? Now, some of our services do require you to create an account. This one's super easy. All you'll have to do is log in with your library card number. So if you go back and if you click on sign up, some systems do need you to register for an account. Ours does not. For Prince George's County Memorial Library System, all we've got to do is put in our numbers. Okay, so we do also need access to our PINs. So your PIN is by default set as the last 4 digits of your telephone number that you use to create your account when you sign up for a library card. Is a commonly asked question, so just be aware that you will need your PIN. If you don't know your PIN and it's not the last 4 digits of your phone number, you can always email us at digitalservices@pgcmls.info. We can quite easily and quickly reset your PIN for you. All right, so I've logged in, and you can see that I have a few comics checked out. All right, I'm going for volume number 1. So I've got Naruto volume number 1, and I've got Bone volume number 1, and some good old-fashioned Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Nickelodeon. All right. Also, before I navigate the site, just want to quickly tell parents, my background was as a school media specialist. I spent 11 years in elementary, middle, and high schools. And I know there's a bit of trepidation about your kids reading comics, just comics, all the time. As a teacher and as a librarian, I just want to say that if they're reading, it's good. So if they're reading comics, that's wonderful. It means that they're interested in something. There's always chances to pull the old bait and switch maneuver on them. They like comics, so get them involved in something that they're interested in, and then use that Use their enthusiasm to try to shift gears a little bit. If you would rather them read more chapter books or something a little bit more involved, then you at least have a basis to build that upon. So use their love of comics and try to kind of gear their chapter book reading to that as well. All these comic book manufacturers are also creating stories, chapter books as well. So use that. Use their interest in comics to kind of build a good positive routine for them going forward. Okay, enough said. Let's navigate the site. Like I said, ComicsPlus gives you unlimited access to thousands of comics, popular series, and featured titles. A great way to start navigating the site is just by using the browse feature. Okay, you'll be able to see multiple age rankings, middle grades, teens, young adults, popular categories, popular publishers, and popular titles. So very simply, how do we check a book out? All right, so I clicked on One Piece. One Piece is a super popular series for older children and teens, and super simple. You have a little carousel down here at the bottom. You've got the book that you clicked on. You click check out. Sometimes a little pop-up will appear saying, are you sure you want to check this out? For me, I have pop-ups disabled, so I just automatically get it checked out. To find your comics, you go right into here and under My Comics, and you can see that One Piece Volume 1 has been added. Now, if you don't want to quite check it out, and if you just want to do a preview, then at this back screen, just hit View Preview. It will take a couple seconds to load, but you'll get something like this in a new screen. And with the preview, the over arrows will navigate for you. So I know comics are very dependent. If children like the art, they might enjoy the comic. So this is really a really good feature to kind of test it out before you do go ahead and check out 10 comics. All right, back to the homepage. All right, so the browse is one way to do it, and we've also got a search bar down here. Does anybody want to give us something to search for? What are we interested in? If anybody is in the Crowdcast session, please feel free to participate and either ask questions or provide a bit of input. My favorites when I was younger, Ninja Turtles. So let's see what ComicsPlus has in the way of Ninja Turtles. All right, great. So we've got a nice little filter up here, some categories over here that we can filter it by. We've got 287 results. We can change how many results we are viewing within one page. Okay, what's really nice, you can see the publishing year right here. Nice little description. You've got your preview if you would like. You've got your publishers over here. ComicsPlus does feature a lot of different publishers. Dark Horse is one of them, which is one of the more popular ones. Okay, so it's a very robust collection. You're not just going to find 4 or 5 results. If they feature something like Ninja Turtles, they're going to feature it heavily. Let's do the same for Naruto. If you're here, you probably are familiar with Naruto. There are 3 box sets for Naruto, total of 72 mangas, I believe. All right, and when I was a school librarian, the hardest thing for me was to keep Naruto volume number 1 in stock. All the kids would come in first thing in the morning before school even started and get on that reserve list for Naruto. So unfortunately, ComicsPlus does not have all 3 box sets. It only has the first one. So for this one, you'll have to read 1 through 29 and then find another source to read the rest. But as you can see, it's very easily organized and filtered. And then we're going to go back to the home page. What about comics for middle grade readers? Okay, thank you, Olivia, for your question. Comics for middle grade readers, we would come up here into the browse menu, and middle grades ages 9+. Okay. And you'll have to pardon my internet. I'm a bit slow today. All right, so, oh my goodness, we've got over 3,000 results. We've got all kinds of categories you can look through. So if you are very much into, I don't know, say historical fiction, let's check out some of this stuff. If you're very much into crime dramas, then you've got that here. Comedies, you've got that there. All right, so this is middle grades in general. We've got almost 4,000 titles, and it's organized by publisher and categories. All right, if there's anything specific that folks might want me to search for, please let me know, especially if you're in Crowdcast. And if you're on Facebook or YouTube, we'll try to get to your comments as well. Okay, so we've got browse and we've got search. And like I said, the browse is separated into 4 sections: age rating, categories, publishers, and popular titles. And another thing, which I already said, but I just want to reiterate, is this service is just so easy to use. All you do is search either by browse or by the search box. You check it out. There are tags. So parents, I want you to just understand that there are mature titles on here. So if you give your kids access, or if you explain to your kids about ComicsPlus, it's just a good, time to have that conversation about the appropriateness of what they're reading, things like that. So I'm not going to preview this one for obvious reasons, but just want you to know that there is content that might be unsuitable for children. So as with all PGC MLS resources, we don't censor. Libraries don't censor. We give resources, we give information, and it's kind of up to the individual household to be in charge of how we are taking in that information. So please, we encourage you to put strict guidelines onto what your kids are reading based on your children. But just be aware that ComicsPlus does have mature content. There's lots and lots here to this catalog, thousands and thousands of comics. So middle grades alone yielded almost 3,000. Let's come in here into the teens and young adults, and even more. Okay, so we've got over 8,000. And you're going to find fiction in here. You're going to find nonfiction in here. You're going to find comics and mangas and graphic novels about religion, all kinds of stuff. So I just encourage you to come on to ComicsPlus, create an account, and just start searching. You may be surprised at some of the information and some of the amount of reading material that you find on here. All right, so we did middle grades and we did teens and young adults. Let's see what we have in the kids. All right, 1,300 results. So it does look like there is more content for the middle grades and up, but it's nice that there also is at least some content for young children as well. Kids may miss reading, good realistic stories. So I'm just coming in down here. School life is a category, of which there are 75 results in the kids section. Big Nate's a big one. Even my middle schoolers would devour some Big Nate. So Big Nate, I'd say, is like grades 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's probably upper elementary and middle school. All right, so lots of really great information, things about political elections, democracy, citizenship. So just because the word comic is in the title doesn't mean that it's all fiction. There's a lot of nonfiction comics. There's a lot of informational text that kids are able to absorb by reading a quote comic. So just want everybody to understand some of the myths and stereotypes around comics aren't exactly true. I was a child of the 80s, and back then comics were kind of not very well regarded. A lot of research has been done in the past 20 years that talks about children's reading levels and rates of comprehension, and the fact that comics really do play a significant role in helping kids, number one, build confidence, and number two, start to develop some of those skills where what you see and what you read, if it's a chapter book, what you read and what you see in your mind is sometimes a lot different. So with a comic, what you read and what you see is the same thing. So it kind of creates a very different kind of brain process than actual reading chapter books does, of which this is very beneficial for lots of kids, and it kind of helps them get to the next level of reading and gaining more confidence with chapter books. So ComicsPlus, there's really not much to it on the technical side of things. Kind of what you see is what you get. It is very simple. You check out, there's no holds. You read it from within the browser or within the app. And if you do navigate to ComicsPlus, the App Store and the Android Store buttons are way down at the bottom of the site. And I believe we also have a page on our website under Online Library Mobile Apps, where you can also download the mobile app for ComicsPlus Library Edition. I'm going to give us another minute. If there's any questions, I would love to answer them. I'll probably end this session in just a few minutes if there's no other questions. But that is basically a synopsis of ComicsPlus Library Edition. This is a service that the library is very happy to bring to you. We're proud of proud of all of our Prince Georgians for being very active in the library system during our closure. Our digital resources have been used extensively. We're seeing our numbers go up. We're getting questions through email from you all, so please continue to communicate through email to us. Thank you, Olivia, for sharing our digital services email address. We can help you with any library card problems, whether it's how do I access my account, if it's Overdrive or Libby, can we help you get a book? Do you have questions about where you are on the holds list, things like that? Do you need to renew your library account, your library card? Do you have questions about books? Real quick disclaimer, if you have books checked out from the library system, please don't return them. They are yours. We are extending all due dates. So if you're getting any emails as far as your books being overdue, please do disregard those emails. We are extending everything and doing the best we can as far as not charging any fines during this time, not making anybody responsible for anything that you have checked out. And on the digital side of things, we're doing our best to expand our offerings. Hoopla and Canopy, we've had some recent positive changes as far as how many items you can check out and for how long. And ComicsPlus is really great because there's no holds. So go on here, check out some comics, check out some manga, and enjoy. If you do have any questions, please let us know. Olivia and I'm Steve. Olivia and I would be very happy to answer any of your questions, and we hope that these digital demo little videos that we're pushing through are helping you, and we hope that you come back and see us when we do reopen. All right, I don't see any further questions. I hope I answered anything that you had questions about, and have a great day, everybody. And we'll be back with you this Thursday, and we'll be covering RB Digital, which is huge. And there's so much to RB Digital: magazines, books, different courses, through great courses, things like that. All right, everybody, take care. Bye-bye.